Hey.
Yo 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 yo.
Damn, what's up, Jess Hilarious?
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Well, I got a delay?
Yeah, you got a delay. Jeff, Eddie, if you're listening, you got to fix Charlamagne's delay. It's about a second off. This throwing it off just a little bit. We'll get that right. Well, good morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, Jess. How y'all feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good?
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay. All right. Good. You look amazing. Where you going after the show?
Thank you. I have to film today. I got to film something today.
Oh, so you're not going to the gym with me? That's why I said it.
I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. All right. Now, we have a special guest joining us this morning. Usually we have a sheet that tells us, who's going to be here,
Yeah,
all the things that he's done and all that other stuff. But we don't have that sheet. So, Charlamagne, who's joining us this morning?
Man, we have the great Wendell Pierce. Wendell Pierce is an actor. He's a businessman. I mean, you've seen him on shows like The Wire.
Suits.
You've seen him on Suits. You know, he's in the new Superman movie. I mean, he was in Thunderbolts this year. I mean, it's Wendell Pierce. Wendell Pierce has been on so many things. He was in Waiting to Exhale back in the day. He's on Raising Kanan. Like he's Broadway. What was the joint on Broadway he was in?
Had no idea he started Broadway. Like
he started Broadway.
Like yo,
no, he didn't start Broadway.
I'm being sarcastic, but like he was like he been doing Broadway for a long time type situation.
The crazy thing about it,
Death of a Salesman. Death of a Salesman. That's what it is on Broadway. Yeah. Yes.
The crazy thing about
it
is
the lead role of Willie Loman. He plays.
He's been in so many movies, so many documentaries, so many Broadway plays, but a lot of people just don't know his name.
Yeah.
Like when I was telling Gia who was going to be on the show, and I was like, I can't think of the brother's name. I said he's the brother. Yeah. He has glasses, and she was like, the guy from Suits. What? I said, yes. How'd you know? She was like, because he's in every movie.
Right. But so, nobody ever knows his name. He remind me of like an uncle. Like he give me like my uncle vibes.
Like uncle vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's a phenomenal actor, man. He's been nominated for Tony Awards. You know, so. He's just a great person to have a conversation with. So Wendell Pierce will be joining us later today.
That's right.
Later this morning.
We'll kick it with him in a little bit. And then we got Front Page News. Morgan to be joining us, breaking everything down. Like I said, usually they tell us what she's breaking down.
I know.
But today is just, we're just going rogue. So we'll get to that when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some Front Page News. Now, some quick sports and some nasty news. Y'all better stop this. I'm telling y'all gonna keep getting arrested, and they're gonna throw y'all away for a couple of years.
Another dildo.
Now, this is the second sex toy incident in the last 7 days. Now, someone threw a sex toy on the court.
No, it's been like 4.
But it's the second one in the last 7 days.
Oh, okay. The last couple of weeks, it's been like 4.
It's been 4, yeah. Someone threw a sex toy on the court and almost hit a player last night. This was during the Sparks and Fever game. Kelsey Plum kicked it off the court. It happened again Friday as well.
Yeah, almost hit Sophia Cunningham. How do we know that these dildos aren't falling out of some of these women's shorts, though? How do we know that?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
First of all, they can't fall out the shorts because it's a strap. It's connected to a strap, so it's like a little harness. It can't fall out.
But they playing in the game, so the scrap and the harness aren't for basketball.
I thought you meant the audience. You were wilding.
No, I'm just saying how they just keep ending up on the court like this, man. What's going on, bro?
Them. People are throwing them. They throwing the D.
The same color, lime green, all the time.
That's wild. That's wild.
It's great marketing for the league, though.
Whoa, the league. Oh, people talking about. I thought you meant for green dildos.
Shoot, man.
What?
Never mind. What's up, Morgan?
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say how we feeling on a hump day, but I can see how we feeling. Let's get into this front page. All right, so more on the situation regarding the redrawing of Texas congressional maps. So Texas Republicans again were blocked from moving forward with their congressional redistricting plan for the second day in a row. The House convened but failed to reach a quorum after more than 50 Democrats left the state and went to Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts to prevent Republicans from advancing redistricting maps. Now, the Texas House Speaker issued civil arrest warrants for the absent Democrats, but legal experts say they're probably not enforceable outside of state lines. The Republicans' plan is aimed at adding up to 5 GOP seats ahead of the 2026 midterms. Now, yesterday, President Trump and Republican Yesterday, President Trump said Republicans are entitled to the 5 seats in Texas. Let's take a listen to his comments.
And we have an opportunity in Texas to pick up 5 seats. We have a really good governor, and we have good people in Texas. But in Illinois, what's happened is terrible, what they're doing. And you notice they go to Illinois for safety, but that's all gerrymandered.
So Texas Democrats are ready to stay in Illinois for as long as it takes in their fight against GOP redistricting efforts. Texas Republicans, of course, are defending the redrawing of those congressional boundaries, like State Representative Katrina Pearson. She says minorities in the state of Texas are starting to trend Republican, and she points to the border with Mexico, adding that Hispanics have increasingly been voting for Trump. The proposed map, she says, reflects that. Meanwhile, in Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker is considering the idea of a possible mid-decade congressional remap in Illinois. Speaking yesterday in Aura alongside Texas state representatives and DNC chairman Ken Martin, Pritzker says redrawing Illinois congressional districts isn't something he wants to do, but everything is on the table in the fight against the GOP's redistricting efforts in Texas. Let's take a listen to Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
If they're going to cheat, then all of us have to take a hard look at what the effect of that cheating is on democracy. And that means we've all got to stand up and do the right thing.
Democratic Texas lawmakers, of course, have been in Illinois since Sunday, again, talking about just, trying to prevent those redistricting efforts. Okay, so California has also entered the chat in this. The state Democratic leaders are preparing to support Governor Gavin Newsom's proposal for a special election in November to do the exact same thing that J.B. Pritzker is going to do. So Newsom says he's responding to President Trump urging Texas Republicans to redistrict their 2026 redistrict for 2026 to secure GOP control. Let's hear more from California Governor Gavin Newsom.
He's dialing for seats. Familiar because he dialed for votes in the last election. Here's someone who tried to break this country, tried to light democracy on fire on January 6th. He recognizes he's going to lose in the midterms. That's what's at stake. And that's why we're putting a stake in the ground. We're not drawing lines to draw lines. We're holding the line on democracy, on the rule of law, co-equal branches of government, popular sovereignty. That's what this is about.
So in California, Newsom wants to allow lawmakers to temporarily regain the power to redraw congressional district maps. Of course, it was taken away in 2008 and given to an independent commission. Polling by Democratic leaders on Sunday indicates over half of those surveyed are in favor for the special election, while 41% oppose it, 7% are undecided. Of course, former California governor and Republican Arnold Schwarzenegger opposes the efforts and called gerrymandering evil. And for those who don't know, gerrymandering is defined as manipulating the boundaries of an electoral constituency to favor a party or a class. It's also important to note that states do redraw their maps about every 10 years based on census data, so that's why they say it's recommended that you do your census. Yep.
Yeah, New York said they're moving forward with redistricting too. I mean, if they said if Texas does it, then, if Texas knucks, then they're going to buck.
Yep. So that's your front page news for 6 a.m. Y'all can follow me on, we're not quite there yet. All right, y'all stick around for 7 a.m. More front page news. We'll get into an executive order that the president signed regarding the upcoming Olympics in L.A.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, something's on your mind, or you just want to just clear some things off your chest, call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray! Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Victoria. I had called earlier during the week regarding the cruise.
Hey, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Yes, Victoria.
That doc, huh?
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, boo.
Have a blessed morning. I saw it. That's crazy, man.
Crazy, wasn't it?
Yes. My husband walked in because he was coming home from work. He was like, "You ain't going nowhere without me because we're about to head on the cruise on the 19th."
Well, good. Stay by your man, and your man need to stay by you. I love that. I think y'all going to be okay. But I just, because everybody know the doc is out right now, so everybody's going to be looking for suspicious activity and behavior, for staff on the cruise. But stay next to your man, girl. And I ain't saying don't have fun, don't get drunk, but just watch people when they make your drinks, everything. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. They were talking about how there's no cameras and how people saw her, and I'm like,
Well, there's cameras all over these cruise ships now. That was what, in 88 or something like that?
98.
1998.
It's still blind spots, NV.
Okay.
It's blind spots. And the staff know that shit up and down, inside and out.
Yep, they're saying that she was smuggled out in a suitcase, that there's no way that she fell over.
No way. She had a new job, y'all. She was going to be a big photographer. So she wouldn't just jump over.
Well, enjoy your trip. Try not to think about it too much.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
All right.
You too. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is KP from Mansfield.
Hey, what's up, KP? Get off your chest.
Hey, man, I wanted to invite y'all to these midget fights we having towards August.
You having a midget fight?
Now, that sounds exciting. Where at?
Where
yeah, I'm having. We now the location. I'm still looking for it, but towards the end of the week, I'm gonna let y'all know some more towards the end of August.
Bro, you're not having this
the end of August.
Like a midget.
I'm having midget fights, and guess what? See, I'm afraid of midgets, so I feel like I'll feel better if I see them beating up each other.
What?
Jeez.
Hold on, you said the end of August? That's a short window, brother. So, like, when do you plan to get this going?
Bro, it sounds like you're having it in his backyard.
Yeah,
that I am.
Damn.
No sanctions.
And I'm inviting y'all. And bring what's her name, Loren?
Yeah.
Bring Loren. I got my cousin. She'll do her hair, nails all done up.
Damn.
Dope.
Gotta take real good care of it.
That is dope. The man is offering free hairdos and nail techs.
Charlamagne, I seen your wigs in the back too. So you know what I mean. If you want a wig done, my cousin got it.
Dope,
well, Lauren's old wig tech made that wig for me. I want to know more about these midget fights though. Like, do you have anybody signed up already?
Yeah, how many midgets do you have?
No, well, I told Mansfield about it, and I told everybody to find their own midget, and they have to be off a drug. It can't be they can't just smoke weed. They got to do other stuff. They got to do a little bit of powder, a little bit of something.
What the hell is going on?
This is actually a great idea, but I need you to stop talking about midgets as if they're like an animal or something.
Right.
What you should be doing is calling all little people. You want to put together a little people wrestling event.
Okay, should I say that?
Because this isn't something new. Like midget wrestling is a thing. Like they got dwarfinators, they got micro wrestling. Like these are actual leagues.
When you grow up with midgets around you, you know what I mean, like the same size as you, like little people, then you grow up and all of a sudden people feel like the same size. I was scared. I'm like, well, why ain't they growing?
Goodbye, sir.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but they got extreme midget wrestling. They got midget wrestling warriors. They got like actual leagues where people do this. So you can do this. There's a lane for it.
But I'm sure there is permits and legal stuff that you have to do. You just can't put up a ring and say midgets fight. That I think.
I agree.
Oh, you can't do that.
I agree. Like Dwarfinators is a real league. You can go to dwarfinators.com. I'm not even joking. You think I'm joking? Go look.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Just decide what is the legal age? I mean, the legal height to be a little person.
The legal.
I thought it was 4'3". But let me look and see.
Wow.
Let me see.
Wow. Lawrence.
Legal. Let me see. Legal height for men. It says 4'10", but that seems pretty tall, don't it?
Hell yeah. 4'10".
Yeah, you're considered to have dwarfism and referred to as a midget if the adult height is 4'10", but that seems tall.
Yeah. And then what was the whole thing that if you are a dwarf, you get like a check from the government?
I know. I tried. I know. It's like you can't.
I don't know.
Yeah, you should. I think you do. You do. Oh. You get benefits.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
This is D.
What's up, D? Get it off your chest, D.
Okay, so I just want to say how depressing it is for us here, especially here in Detroit. Ever since Trump got into office, it just seems like every single day, I listen to you guys every morning, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. And at this point, it doesn't seem too far-fetched for him to enact the annual purge at this point. I know that sounds silly, but it just seems like that's the way we're doing next. And then also, I'm so depressed with my city because we had a primary election yesterday to decide who's going to run off the mayor, and only maybe 100,000 people voted.
Wow.
Damn.
In what city?
In Detroit.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Mom. I will say things would be better, but that's the typical thing that people say, right? Things would be better. Keep praying, but I understand why you're so depressed. The cost of groceries are high. The cost of living is high.
And then it's like more people are going to lose their jobs with them basically taking junk food and stuff off of shelves because of those people who work in those factories, those drivers. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to manufacture those things and deliver them to the store. So more people are about to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
We are really in dark times right now, and it's so depressing.
Well, I'm so sorry, Mom.
That's horrible. And see, this is what I be saying, when you can't lie to people, like, when those unemployment numbers come out and, you hear President Trump say, oh, these aren't real. You can't lie to people about what they're actually going through and what they're actually feeling.
No, you're right. We got Dexter on the line. Dexter, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Charlamagne, Jess, Loren,
Good morning.
fans. I've been listening to you guys for years, man. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So my question today is, man, Trump is doing too much, man. He needs to put his head down and really start helping the country because we hurting out here, man. We're really hurting really bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lady just called and says she's depressed. She says she's tired of hearing about it every day and times and life is hard.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Even for small businesses are holding their chest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hurt right now. We need some help, man. We need some help. We need something to happen, man. I'm from New York, so it's rough.
And that's the problem. When you promise day one relief and you promise that grocery prices and inflation and all of these things will go down on day one, people are expecting that. And once again, you cannot lie to people about what they're feeling. I don't care what statistics say. I don't care what data says. The people with their boots on the ground, they know what they're going through.
That's right. Well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up now. Lauren, we got the latest with Lauren coming up.
We do be talking a lot about Trump this morning. Speaking of, conversations between Trump and people in Diddy's orbit and Diddy's world have begun. So we're going to get into what that means and just some of the things, because I also found out Breakfast Club is somewhat involved in the Diddy Trump part and stuff.
But
yeah.
I feel like we are part of everything somehow, somewhere. They try to connect us.
Oh, my God.
Well, listen, I got a good source that's saying some things, so we're going to talk about some stuff.
No, we connect us. We're always doing something.
No, we are not Rock Nation. Blame Rock Nation. Don't blame Breakfast Club, okay?
Well, we'll get into the latest with Lauren when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Lauren.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Diddy's attorney, Nicole Westmoreland, she's one of the lead attorneys in his case, was on CNN late yesterday, and she was asked about the pardon with Trump. Let's take a listen to her on Diddy's pardon.
Have people in Sean Combs' orbit, have they had conversations with the Trump administration?
Yes, it's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon.
President Trump, when he was asked about this pardon, he said, quote, "I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile." And the president indicated that a pardon is likely not on the table because of that break in his relationship with Mr. Combs years ago. How is he feeling now about the chances of a pardon given the president's commentary?
I think that Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful.
Yeah, and they're really pushing, this narrative about whether the pardon will or will not happen. Now, I was poking around yesterday because what I'm trying to understand is, number one, if the pardon even happens, because of the way that the judge has been making sure Diddy is not coming home on bail until his sentencing, if the pardon even happens, what does that look like what does that look like for Diddy once he's released? Like, what is Trump going to expect in exchange? Because Trump has been very vocal about the fact that he doesn't really care to do this, right? And yesterday in poking around, what I was told was that poking around, Diddy. What I was told was that a big part of the issue is the interviews that Diddy did leading up to this. One of the interviews in particular that I was told the administration has actually seen and brought up in conversation, in these conversations, is an interview that Diddy did with Charlamagne on Revolt TV.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so this was back in 2020. It was October of 2020 during the 2020 presidential election. And this was a few months after Diddy had said the whole hold your vote thing. Let's take a listen to Diddy on white men needing to be banished.
White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office.
Oh yeah, he's not getting pardoned.
I mean, I can understand. I can understand why Trump wouldn't want to pardon him after hearing that.
Hold on, Charlamagne, I don't know if you remember this conversation. It gets worse. Let's take a listen to Diddy talking about a race war.
The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote.
Yeah. So, I mean,
he's not gonna get that pardon.
I
don't think I don't think it's a race war. I think it'll be a class war, if anything. I can see that happening, a battle between rich and the poor, because that's just what's going to happen when you're poor and you're trying to survive. When you're poor and you're trying to survive, you're going to eat the rich. That's just a common sense thing. That's why you should always take care of the least of you in a society.
Yes, I agree. Now, also, first of all, I just want to say, after listening to this, I was like, whoa.
No, he's not gonna get
those conversations. I don't know where they're going to end up. But they also talked to Nicole Westmoreland on CNN about the civil cases, because I think people are still forgetting that on the civil side, things are still happening. Let's take a listen to her on the civil cases.
He is still facing around 70 civil allegations from men, from women, from people who alleged that they were minors at the time, across decades, with horrific accusations of being drugged, of being sexually assaulted. Each of those cases does have to play through the courts individually. So I understand that he denies them, but those are still active cases.
True, but let me say this to you. This is the federal government. All right, it doesn't really get any stronger than that. And so they obviously fully investigated Mr. Combs and obviously threw the book at him, right? And so if you think for a second, if the government really thought that there were minors out there hanging in the balance, if the government really thought that there was drugs in the baby oil or something of that nature, do you think the government just wouldn't have brought that up in a full-fledged criminal trial? Absolutely not. Right, so that's not even logical. And so if the government if there was any real evidence of those allegations, we would have heard all about it in the criminal trial.
Yeah.
Question, Lauren. If they asking for a pardon already, that means they're expecting Diddy to get sentenced to prison time, right?
Yep. That is what basically, I mean, you have to, because even during the whole trial, they had appeal lawyers in the trial just watching and taking notes to prepare for an appeal before, and there were rumors that and I talked to some of the lawyers in court that were saying that Diddy's team allegedly was already seeking forfeiture attorneys too. So I think you just prepare just in general.
Prepare for the worst.
Yes, but I do believe that, conversations, and I did try and figure out who's having having what conversations, and they won't give me that, but I think, yes, to your point, that's what that means. I am not confident that the departing will happen, and I'm starting to get I wasn't nervous for him at the sentencing. I thought it was going to be something. He wasn't going to walk, but like something small. But now, I don't know. I'm starting to feel a little bit differently.
I'm very nervous for him. I'm very nervous
for him. What you nervous for him for?
I'm going to tell you why. Because I still believe that this is... and I don't know, it just feels like they don't like him, and it feels like this is revenge, right? Because the charge that he's been charged with, there's people that's been charged with this before, and that they prove that's only gotten community service, that's only gotten a fine. It almost seems like...
You keep saying that, but you got to give me some examples. I've heard you say that a couple of times. You got to cite me some sources.
I've heard lawyers say it. I've watched...
I can say, Charlamagne, I can send you the letter that the judge, when he recapped everything, he mentions cases. You could look up the cases and it'll give you the breakdown on when Diddy's team said, hey, these are different cases where these people didn't have to do half the things that Diddy is having to do waiting and sentencing. But Envy, the judge shot back. They keep, and I said this yesterday to the source I was talking to, the judge keeps leaning in on the fact that Jane and Cassie, the prosecutors, they presented information to show that they believe that these women were coerced, they were beaten, they were threatened, all these things. So that's where they're bringing in the violence. And
but even with the violence, he's not charged with the violence. Like him beating Cassie is the worst thing, one of the worst things I've ever seen. But he's not being charged with that. And it almost seems like what they did with OJ, right? OJ was found not guilty for murder, right? But he got 33 years for stealing his stuff back, and he said armed robbery, and OJ didn't even have a gun. But that's what it seems like. It seems like how OJ got 33 for stealing his stuff back, which seems crazy. It seems like they're going to try to do that with Diddy. Give him Diddy like 20 years for something that people that's been charged with this got community service.
Well, I did ask, who specifically was having conversations with the administration, because I wanted to know how strong those conversations would be. And I was just told, because I was like, hey, is it just letters from his kids? Is it the actual defense team? Is it who is it? And I was told it's not letters from his kids. They said it's not his actual defense team, but they did say that there are high-powered attorneys that they've been told, to your point, Envy, that feel the same way you do, that have relationships with the administration, have been reaching out, having conversations, and doing things on their part. So there are people behind the scenes that do feel like how you feel, but I'm nervous.
It got to be law. It got to be fair. That's my whole thing. It has to be fair. It has to be based off what he's charged with. Now, if he was charged with beating Cassie, give him the effing book.
Yeah.
But if it's the things that he was found not guilty of RICO, found not guilty of those main charges, you got to be fair with that, correct? Because it could happen to anybody when it comes to the court of law, and everybody wants to be in law fair, right? They want to be in court fair.
I do agree that we want court to be fair, but if his remaining two charges are what is it? 10 years for one charge and 10 years for the other charge for prosecution? How is that not fair? That's the law. Like he beat the other charges. Like the other charges he beat. Like he got found not guilty on all those other things. So he's facing two charges right now of what, prostitution, right?
The Mann Act stuff. Yes, prostitution.
And it's 10 years apiece. So what is not fair about what he's facing right now?
No, it's not what's fair. It's like, for instance, right? If you drive with a DUI, you can get what? Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. You can get 5 years in prison. But I don't think that we know anybody that on their first charge with DUI and now nobody ever got hurt that got 5 years. They got community service and you get your license taken care of. But that one person that got DUI that got the book thrown at him, that just seems unfair when everybody else that got a DUI, and I'm just using it as an example, got community service. But that one person that you don't like got 5 years, yeah, that's not fair.
Listen. Once again, trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of.
Right.
I don't know if fair is the right word. I don't know if we're using the right word.
Maybe
fair,
it's not fair,
it's just like, I don't know if the word is fair, but this is what he's facing. He beat the other charges right in a court of law,
right?
And this is what he got found guilty of. So he's got to deal with what he got found guilty of.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. When we come back, we got front page news, and then actor Wendell Pierce will be joining us. You know him from The Wire, you know him from Suits, and a host of others, and we'll kick it with him in a little bit. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, I just want to give some quick sports. The second sex toy incident in the last 7 days at a WNBA player. Someone threw a sex toy on the court. It almost hit a player as they were playing. Now, this was during the Sparks and Fever game. Kelsey Plum kicked it off the court. It happened again, and this is like, what, the fourth time?
Yeah, that's the fourth time that it's happened. You know, we had a conversation about this on Brilliant Idiots, myself and Andrew Schultz. We had this like weeks ago, way before this even started happening. And we were saying that, when Andrew had the idea of maybe they should actually have signature strap-ons, right? Like for the people in the league who are part of that community. Like imagine like the strap-on that's the same color of the jerseys that they wear, things of that nature, right? Just for, different merchandise.
They can't sell it at the arena. Like, what are they going to sell, a jersey and a strap? Like, you can't do that.
I mean, it don't got to be sold at the arena. It can be sold different places. It don't have to be at the arena. So, I don't know. I don't know why somebody would be throwing lime green dildos on the court at WNBA games, but, it is good marketing for the league.
Hello, Morgan.
But it is kind of crazy. Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
You tell that story, but don't give us the score of the game. Who won the game? Who won the game between the Fever and Sparks last night? NBA, you just want the drama.
The dildo won last night. No, the Sparks won last night.
You see what I'm saying?
But we don't get the sports. We don't
Christ.
even get the sports to playoffs on NBA or WNBA. But I just thought it's crazy, and these people need to stop coming to the place with dildo, or figure out how to pat people
How are they
down.
getting? How they getting in with the dildo? That's what I'm saying.
Not metal.
I don't know.
And that's how I know it's a woman bringing this into the game. Because if a woman was bringing that into the game and they patting the woman down and they feel that, you ain't gonna say nothing about it. If it was a guy, they'll be like, what is that?
Yo, why do you be acting like they be just wearing them? Yo, no, they don't wear them. They probably have them in their backpack.
They gotta check the backpack.
Yeah, yo, ain't no woman coming in there strapped up like that. Like, no.
All right, guys, enough of the dildo talk.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Morgan? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm just sitting here imagining. Can you imagine?
Imagining what?
No, the Nike campaign behind it. It's like, just do it.
Yes. Just do it.
Yes. All right, y'all. Let me just get into this front page news. All right. Speaking of games, President Trump is signing an executive order creating a 2028 Olympics task force. It will run the Summer Olympic Games being held in LA. The task force will handle some security, transportation, visa processing, in addition to other duties related to the event. Let's recap President Trump's remarks in part from the White House about the upcoming games. He spoke yesterday.
Today I will sign an executive order establishing the White House task force on the 2028 Summer Olympics, mobilizing the entire federal government to ensure the games are safe, seamless, and historically successful. It's going to be amazing. America is a nation of champions, and in July 2028, we'll show the world what America does best, and that's win. We're winning like we have never won before.
This is BS, right? They do all these things for the Olympics, right? I heard they got a task force to make sure the wildfires don't disrupt the Olympics. But my whole thing is, you could have did this before just to care about people. But when the money coming in, they got to protect that money, which is crazy.
Hey, well, Trump went on to say that
not.
LA is a great venue, which is crazy because, like, to your point, he's been very critical of California. And he says that he's happy that he will be in office for the Olympics. Now, Casey Wasserman, the chair and president of the LA Olympics, released a statement thanking the president, the Trump administration, for its support. LA Mayor Karen Bass and California Governor Gavin Newsom have yet to comment on that task force. But to your point, Envy, Trump also says he's working to make sure the wildfires don't disrupt the 2028 Summer Games in LA. He said Governor Gavin Newsom has to allow more water to flow into California from the Pacific Northwest, and he called for the protection of the Delta smelt, which is a fish, to stop. Let's take a listen to President Trump's comments there.
I've been fighting with them for a long time about allowing the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest, essentially. They have a lot of water. They send it out into the Pacific Ocean in order to protect the smelt. It's a little tiny fish.
Of course, Trump again blamed efforts to protect the species for the devastating Los Angeles wildfires in January. So, but we look forward to those games coming up 2028. It's going to be interesting to see, especially considering that the administration will be in charge, or the task force per se will be in charge of visa processing. So that should be an interesting feat there. Meanwhile, in other news, the Clintons are being subpoenaed in the congressional investigation into late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The House Oversight Committee issued subpoenas to 6 former attorneys general, 2 former FBI directors, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and former President Bill Clinton. The subpoena calls for the DOJ to provide Congress any Epstein files in its possession with victims' names redacted, as well as communications related to the case between former Biden administration officials and the department. It marks the first major move that comes as many congressional Republicans call for more transparency around the Epstein case. And
this is interesting. You know, they're all meeting. I was watching CNN last night, and they're all meeting today at J.D. Vance's vice president residency, and they're having a conversation about how to handle the Epstein files. It's like J.D. Vance and I think the DOJ. I forgot who else they said is going to be at the meeting.
Interesting. But yes, it does seem like there is some movement, and without, essentially Congress being involved in forcing the hand. But that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Y'all can follow me on socials at Morgan Media. That's MorganMedia. And for more news coverage, you can follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan.
All right,
Peace, Morgan.
Thanks.
Now, when we come back, Wendell Pierce will be joining us. You know him from The Wire. You know him from The Suits. There's so many things this brother has been in. We're gonna talk to him next.
And he stars in Broadway he stars in Broadway in a play called Death of a Salesman. He plays the lead role of Willie Loman. He plays Perry White in the new Superman film. He's in the Thunderbolts film this year. All types of stuff.
All right. Well, we'll talk to him next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. We got a special guest in the building. We have actor Wendell Pierce.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me. This is a real honor. I finally made it to The Breakfast Club. You know, I was just...
I feel like you've been on before.
No, this is my first time, man. This is my first time.
Wow.
It's a real honor, man. You know, like I was telling you, I'm a jazz head, so I'm listening to jazz in the morning and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I was in London doing Death of a Salesman, the two gentlemen who played my sons, everyone's like, you don't know about The Breakfast Club? I'm like, yeah, I know about it. I lied. And then... And then they would turn me on to it like every day. I got all my news.
Yeah.
That was like my Associated Press was The Breakfast Club. So now that's why I was joking. I should come in here with my, I have my little entourage and
that's right.
my bag of cash.
That's right. Our tree of y'all moment.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we're glad you finally could join us, man. I wish I could be there in the studio, but I had to be out of town this week.
No, I understand.
How are you, first of all?
I'm good, man. It's been a real busy summer. I've been enjoying myself because I'm already back to work. Summer ended for me last week, but it's been great. I've been traveling a lot. I have discovered Anguilla. Which is a great island.
Anguilla, baby.
That's right. That is Charlamagne's favorite place to go.
Oh, man. It's what I call a drop and plop, right? You drop your bag and you plop down. Oh, man. We should be giving it away, Charlamagne.
I've been going there for years, man. I love it, but it's an island that you go to if you like to do nothing.
That's it.
That's why you say drop and plop.
Drop and plop. I love it. So I've been traveling around and... had a busy summer because I had a lot of films come out this summer and coming out. So it's good. And back to work already.
And what I say, and I just have to say for me personally, you do not age. Okay?
Thank you.
Because I discovered you on The Wire. I'm from Baltimore City, so that's
Baltimore in the house.
My favorite show to watch.
Yes,
it just came out.
It's one of my favorite cities. I feel like it's a hometown of mine.
Yes. But I just want to, man, you look amazing still. You just...
Thank you.
So gracefully. So.
Thank you. Well, they say black don't crack.
That's what they say.
So I'm trying to live up to that.
That's right. Unless you want crack.
Unless you want crack. If you want crack, you will crack. There's always exceptions to that, right? I love Baltimore, man. When we were doing The Wire, it was like this delayed response. So it was like our summer camp where we would go down, work on The Wire, and I had such a good time there. I saw y'all had the whole crew, all the criminal side over here.
We did. We had the criminal side.
The cop side up here.
The cops. We need our respect too.
That's right.
But I would always go to. There was a club called Choices. Oh, I loved Choices, and that dance, that crunk, whatever that dance was, man.
Yep. Popping, all that.
Oh, popping. It is. I look like the old man in the club. That's what I was. And I would go there and they thought I was a cop because I would put on a suit. Choices was, it was,
You ain't had no business being in there with no damn suit
it was, I went in with a suit because Choices was, you didn't play at Choices. It was the real deal. It was no TV criminals in there. It was the real deal sometimes. And so I put on the suit and everybody thought I was real 5-0. And I said that would keep me safe. Any club you have to go through 2 metal detectors when you go in, you know it's an issue.
Damn.
Yeah, 2. Right? 2. So I stayed near the door, but I loved Choices. I loved Baltimore. Baltimore reminded me of New Orleans, where I'm from.
Yeah.
Right? Has all the same issues. It has all the beautiful stuff, too, you know. And to this day, a city that I love, have invested in, and is a second home.
Yeah.
I saw you.
When you think about 23 years of The Wire, what does that mean to you?
The Wire was the canary in the mine. It was the thing that let us know that there was going to be an American decline if we did not take care of the greatest resource we have in this country, and that's its people. And the thing that I'm proud of as an artist is that's the role of art. It's not just entertainment. It's the place where we reflect on what thoughts are to the individual, where you think about who you are, what you want to be, your triumphs, your failures. That's what art is, you know, and that's what the show was. It was a place where we reflect on who we are, what we're doing, our dysfunction, hopefully decide what our values are, and then act on them. I was very proud of what The Wire is, and The Wire is a classic. And what makes something classic is it speaks to people then, it speaks to people now, and it will speak to people long after we're gone, because it speaks to that common humanity that we have. You'd never pass a corner boy anymore without understanding that he has a full life, and there's a whole story behind him. So I'm very proud of The Wire.
You were early on in saying this, right? That The Wire is letting us know what's about to happen coming. How did you know that then when you were doing it? And like, you know, even in the earlier years, because people always ask you about bringing The Wire back.
Yeah.
And you've been saying it for some time.
And I always said, you know, the only thing I tried to convince them to do a prequel of The Wire, because they always said, y'all too old, too long in the tooth now, you know, to be trying to do a sequel. But I said, we should see how it comes up. And actually, I talked to Samuel Jackson, man. He was going to play the folks that were controlling the towers before Stringer and Avon Barksdale took over, right? Who that battle for that territory then. So David said, yeah, that's a good idea, but he always said he was never going to do it. So it's like a good book. I knew that it was going to be effective then because you heard how it impacted people. I remember one walk I had in Manhattan. I was walking one time, and this little old white lady with blue hair stopped me on the east side. I said, you know, I love The Wire. That's my show. A little further along, this real sort of military square-jawed guy looked around and said, you know, I love The Wire. You know, I can't talk to you right now because I'm undercover. I'm on the job. Then I got up to I got up to 118th Street, whatever, and this brother came up to me, man. He was looking around just like the other guy. He's looking around. I said, yeah, man, I love The Wire. I can't talk to you right now, but, you know, I'm hustling. Right?
Everybody.
Right. So I was just like, if a hustler and a little blue-haired old lady was still digging the same thing, we were speaking to our humanity. So that's how I knew we would make an impact then.
I feel like I've never seen you do a role that wasn't grounded in purpose.
Yeah, that's what
Is that intentional?
Well, you haven't seen all my stuff. I got some bull out there. You know, you can't do. I am celebrating my 40th year in the business, man. And
wow,
you know,
congratulations!
Thank you. It's this month actually. And yeah, you go back. I'm fortunate that they bombed, right? Because you know, just like work gets you work, it gets you. You know? And a lot of times, the business, you know, they want you to make chicken salad out of chicken. Right? So,
damn,
I got a lot of chicken there, you know, but I try to pick my roles with purpose because, you know, I want to be able to look back at a body of work and see, you know, a multitude of different roles and, you know, tap into trying to come to an understanding of what this journey is all about, you know. And I was motivated to become an actor by James Earl Jones and Roscoe Lee Brown, Julius Harris. You know, those men kind of set the bar high for me. I like that diversity.
We're still kicking it with actor Wendell Pierce. Loren,
On Superman, like you're playing editor-in-chief of a media outlet, journalistic integrity and all those things, or like the brand.
Perry White.
Yeah, Perry White, what you come with. But like that's so on time for right now and all the conversations in the media. So how much do you bring into from real life? Like, do you connect to real life when you do things? Because I know some actors just back away.
Especially with that, you know. And even if you don't get to use it in the film, I knew that, newspapers right now are having a hard time. All of a sudden, how do you make it? And I said, that's kind of like the reason Perry White is always, pissed off. It's like, man, how am I, as an editor, going to keep this newspaper going? And then the biggest story of the universe falls into his lap, which is Superman. And he has an inkling that Clark Kent is Superman. I don't care what anybody says. The glasses ain't fooling me. I do take that into account, that he's probably an editor who's struggling to keep on top of things, especially with all these different platforms out there that are killing him, that are killing him. Because nobody reads the papers anymore,
Yeah.
It's all, everything's online, and different platforms like this. So I use that to kind of develop Perry White. And what's great about it is that's something that's developing even more. They're thinking about doing a Daily Planet TV show, extension of that with, actually it's around Jimmy Olsen, about Jimmy Olsen. So, So, that I always take, that's in the development of character also.
You spoke earlier about Elsbeth, right? How is it working with Stephen Colbert on there?
Oh,
Because he announced that that project.
Yeah, it was already in the works. So nice. It's art imitating life, life imitating art. It's great. Stephen Colbert is fantastic. He's very talented, and that was something that we had already done by the time the news happened. So,
because I know he had jokingly asked you for.
Yeah, I was on his show, and he said, "Oh man, I would love to come on the show." Even as a corpse, I said, "I'll work on that." I did. And it worked out. So I'm not saying I'm going to take all the credit, but I'm going to take the credit.
Yeah,
I got him on the show, and so it was really cool, and so. Whatever else happened was above my pay grade. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it was cool. He's
so
real
if Trump
talented.
keep coming for us because of Charlamagne, you can help us.
I was going to say, I could play a corpse too.
No, man, listen, Charlamagne, you handle that right, man. You know.
Thank you.
Principle is principle. You know what I'm saying? And actually, you are exercising your right of real having principle, and that's something that is your true north. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my brother. And when you think about all the other times, in times like this, people have given us the playbook of how to stand on business, how to stand on principle. Think of Muhammad Ali. Man, they marched down the street against Muhammad Ali right outside this building, up and down Broadway, the nights before y'all were born, when he was fighting. Boy, they hated Muhammad Ali. On the day he died, you couldn't find anyone who hated Muhammad Ali, right? Everyone feigned, I always loved Muhammad. But he stood on principle. I think of him and the stand that you're taking. I think of, Martin Luther King in the Birmingham jail. I think of black folks in the North Church, on New Year's Eve, waiting to get word about this emancipation that we hear they're going to sign and give us our freedom, right? I say all of that to say that you are a part of a long line of people who stand on principle. So, and ultimately we know that's the thing that will help, and that's the thing that will protect you ultimately, because people will recognize that. So,
man, thank you very much, brother.
Yeah, that's what the American aesthetic is all about.
Your work is so impactful, though, and like what's happening in media right now is like anybody who is like standing, like you said, 10 toes down, right? Like the American Revolution series that you talked about, that's on PBS.
Yeah, that's going to be on PBS. Ken Burns, the American Revolution.
Is that because I've been seeing so much stuff about NPR and PBS with the Trump administration, like
perfect example of representation being important. We're living in a time where funding is being cut. The Corporation of Public Broadcasting no longer exists. Just think about that.
Crazy.
Just think about that. PBS and NPR are going to be gone. And that's because in all coups, you take over the media first so you can control the propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of it is silencing those you feel as though are going to shed light on your criminality, right? And that's the thing that is so important to make sure that you get out there. And something like that, the American Revolution, think of all the Ken Burns, Civil War, the Vietnam War, the recent one he did with country music, you know, to show the roots of country music and how impactful it was and how, you know, multi-racial it was, you know. And so all of that doesn't have a platform, you know. And so you have to fight against that. That's why it's important to support organizations and institutions that will be able to give voice to the voiceless, give a stage, you know, and opportunity to folks, you know. And that's why, as an artist, you understand, you know, that this forum is where we reflect on who we are, who we hope to be. But at the same time, as an advocate, I feel as though the social justice movement of the 21st century is economic development. And that's why at this time and in this moment, when there's so much funding pulling back and opportunities are taken away, it's important to create those opportunities. And that's why right now, I'm very proud of something that we're announcing and launching. It's a great segue into that, which is the Coalition for Legacy Theaters of Color Fund, which I have been a part of creating to give opportunities to those legacy theaters who have been in the creative cultural economy of this city of New York for over 25 years, and also those new companies who are giving that legacy a chance to live on. And that's what this fund is going to fund, the productions and marketing. And it's a $10 million commitment that we're announcing today. The Coalition.
Wow.
The Coalition for Legacy Theaters of Color. It's a partnership that I am giving my full-throated endorsement to, the Caesars Palace Times Square project, which is a hotel and casino. I'm very honored that they are giving a commitment to making sure that those cultural institutions like that are sustained going into the future. So they listen to my proposal of supporting companies like the Negro Ensemble Company and the Billie Holiday Theater and the Black Spectrum Theater and New Heritage Theater Group, who have been around since 25, 30, 40, 50 years even, serving communities of color with theater. They inspired me to be an actor when I was a little boy, reading about them in New Orleans, right? And then came up here and so proud to now join with Jay-Z and Rock Nation and SL Green and Caesars Gaming and Caesars Entertainment to bring this coalition together. And that's why they are building this project. But, you know, you can do well and do good. And they understand that this project is about making sure that the community has some input, and they're servicing the community. And this is something that I'm proud of. It's going to be right in the middle of Broadway, and
that's right.
That and the Broadway community is is the pinnacle of theater in New York and the cultural economy. And so I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud to launch this fund today and give my full-throated endorsement of Caesars Palace Times Square.
We're still kicking it with actor Wendell Pierce. Charlamagne?
Is the fund the sole reason you wanted to support the bid for Rock Nation and SL Green Caesar Palace?
I wanted to support it. First of all, I'm an artist, right? First of all, I'm an artist, and to see these companies that should be, who aren't getting the attention they deserve, who are underfunded in my eyes, who have given and created a legacy that has to be sustained. That was the most important thing to me. As an advocate, you know, I'm from New Orleans. 20 years ago, we were destroyed by Katrina. And the one thing I learned is the social justice movement for the 21st century is economic development. And that's the way you build sustainability. That's how you protect communities and all. And one of the reasons I support this is because this is clearly an economic engine that's going to develop Times Square, that's going to bring multitudes of jobs. It's going to have a halo effect of affecting all the businesses around Times Square. And at the same time, think of all the people that come in. That's going to be coming to be a part of Caesars and to stay at the hotel and go to the casino. That's more of an influx of people who are coming to Broadway. Almost it's projected to be almost 800,000 more people who are going to be coming to Broadway. Now, take these companies who never get the attention, who never get the real quality marketing that this is going to present. There's 65 million people who are part of this rewards program that they're going to have access to. There's going to be child care. So, the development has said we're going to really put our belief into action. Child care for Broadway workers. There's going to be debt relief, student debt relief, medical debt relief, health relief. And I think that's important. That's I'm a union man, so my union, Actors Equity, is supporting it. Local 802, which is a musicians union. So this is, now you see a part of me as a producer.
Right.
I'm a Tony Award winning producer. So I understand here's an opportunity where art meets commerce. And so we understand the art. That's the thing that everyone shares. We have a vision of how art can impact community. We may have differences on how we build that economic engine and the commerce that'll support that, but we have commonality there. The economic engine that a project like this brings, I've seen it in New Orleans, post-Katrina. I've seen this particular company, Caesars, in New Orleans, and how people had the same concerns about whether or not we should have this casino right in the French Quarter. This is the heart of our culture. And it has been more than beneficial. It has developed the French Quarter. It has brought jobs there. It has brought more visitors there. So this is, for me, an economic engine, and I feel as though the 21st century social justice movement starts with that economic development. And especially in a time when so much is being cut back, we have to exercise our right of self-determination. So I challenge the partnership to say, I'm an artist. These are the companies that I want to support. And if you want to reach out to the community, I ask you to support them too. And they said, we're willing to do that.
Man, blame Rock Nation for all of that. And as you said earlier, Wendell, that's why representation is important, because you have a company like Rock Nation who cares about the communities, like Manhattan Plaza in that area. They care about the folks on Broadway. They listen to people like yourself, and they brought something to the table to benefit those people.
Yeah, man. Listen, you talk about Manhattan Plaza. There's a $15 million commitment there. There's $20 million going towards kids and families and seniors being able to afford the tickets of Broadway. They're subsidizing ticket purchases like that. So I tell people all the time, never lose the ability to have your concerns and your questions. Never lose the ability to be offended. And so challenge yourself and challenge anyone who wants to come and do a development like Caesars in Times Square and say, this is what I expect. And they've heard that, and they're answering that. Security, sanitation, infrastructure around it, jobs in that area, the development of what the engine will bring to the table. They are showing you the impact that it can have, the economic engine, and that's why I feel comfortable doing it. I've seen it done with this particular company in New Orleans. I know how important it is that a company like the Negro Ensemble Company is started by Douglas Turner Award and Robert Hooks and so many people. The last time I saw them in the theater that they had was when I was in school in like 1982. It was a second production of a play called A Soldier's Play. Had a young actor in it, Denzel Washington. Adolph Caesar was playing the sergeant. And they haven't had a play on Broadway since Ceremonies in Dark Old Men, which was like 1971. It's because they haven't had the opportunity of marketing and funding. So this is a chance. I wanted to bring an infusion of sustainability to them, because they should have their place at the pinnacle of our cultural economy in New York. And that's And that's what this fund is all about, the coalition of legacy theaters of color. And that's what this fund is going to be built on, and that's what we're going to be building to make sure that they get the recognition, have the sustainability, and have the marketing and funding that is needed. And that's the commitment that the Caesars partnership is bringing, and I'm partnering with them to make sure that it's sustainable.
Mr. Wendell Pierce, thank you, man. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your insight.
Yes.
Thank you for your art. Thank you for your service to our people. Thank you for the coalition of legacy theaters of color. Thank you. Just thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. I am so honored to be here at the Breakfast Club.
No,
it really is. It's a smile on my face.
Absolutely.
Smile on my face. I got some cachet now.
As soon as they said you, I was like, I already know. I still say
Baltimore in the house, man. I love Baltimore. I love Baltimore.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Breakfast
Thank
Club.
you. It's Wendell Pierce. It's the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious.
First of all, I got a point. They see it.
Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, so there are reports right now. The Sun did a exclusive that Howard Stern's show is to be canceled, allegedly after 20 years on Sirius XM, as his $100 million contract comes to an end. Now, here's
that headline is crazy, by the way.
What?
That Howard Stern's getting canceled. Like that's not the accurate.
Yeah, he's not.
That's not the accurate story. But continue, Loren. I'm sorry.
Yes. Now let's get into the story so we can get into what they actually mean by that. So basically, the conversation that's happening right now because of the Sun in this article is that Howard Stern's show may not be returning only because he is at the end of his 5-year deal, and the amount of money, like literally in the article, they say the amount of money that he would want to renew a contract with Sirius, the Sirius that won't have it to give it to him. So in the article, one of the excerpts or quote says Stern's contract is up in the fall, and while Sirius is planning to make him an offer, they don't intend him to take it. They also say that.
Can you imagine you making so much money that the company knows, like, look, we can't afford to pay him that anymore, or afford to pay him anything more. So we know we're going to offer him. He's not going to take.
Right. And then, so another quote from the article says, Sirius and Stern are never going to meet on the money he is going to want. It's no longer worth the investment. Now, I don't think that it's no longer worth the investment. I think, like we just said, that they can't afford to do it. And then they mentioned Stephen Colbert, and they say after you saw what happened with Stephen Colbert, it is likely they just can't afford to keep him going. Because there have been conversation about, CBS mentioned finances when Colbert's show was announced to be canceled coming up in May.
Howard Stern was making $100 million a year. I think he worked, 2 or 3 days a week?
$100 million a year.
2 or 3 days a week and didn't work in the summer? Wow, that was amazing. Drop a bomb for Howard Stern, man.
Hello?
But I mean, he was worth it though, because I mean, he put Sirius
100%.
Satellite Radio on the map.
Yeah,
and they gave him a whole bunch of stocks 20 years ago. Yeah, like he did. You probably wouldn't even know Sirius Satellite Radio wouldn't have half of the success it's probably had if it wasn't for Howard Stern.
Now, so in thinking of what's next in case this is true, because Howard Stern nor Sirius have confirmed any of these reports. I did reach out to Sirius. I'm tuning in to Howard Stern this morning in between breaks to see if he'll address it at all, but nothing official yet. If this does happen, there is another mention in this article that what will likely happen is that Sirius will cut some sort of deal with Howard Stern to keep his catalog upon his exit, which I think is also fire as well. And then, of course, when this story broke and people started having conversation about it, the first thing that they said was, Howard Stern is very vocal about how he feels about Donald Trump. He's very vocal about everything.
He is.
But they say that there's another source in this article that says that Howard Stern's political leanings are also not working in his favor. The quote is, if Sirius isn't going to give Stern a good offer, I don't think it would have anything to do with his ratings. It's more likely everything to do with this political climate. But isn't it different because he's on Sirius, which is like digital, right? Like that's completely different than him being on.
Well, it's not just in digital. Sirius is probably in every new car that's made now. It comes with Sirius XM.
But I'm saying like who does he have to answer to? Isn't it different for him?
There's no sponsorships and things like that. Just subscriptions.
I'm asking you.
I don't.
I think he
I
does
saw
have
the political
sponsorships.
leaning. I don't know if he has sponsorships or not. I know they got subscription. That's subscription based.
But I think he has advertising. I think his show actually has advertising.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. But I do know that he makes $100 million a year, so it's probably just financial. I mean, come on, look at the economic climate that we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if they like they said, they're going to make him an offer, but it's going to be something decreased from $100 million a year, and he might not be worth his while to want to do it. Plus, he's 71 years old.
Baby, if I was him,
at this point,
I would go and just live the rest of my good life.
Yeah, he might just want to kick his feet up somewhere. Who knows?
There was a rumor when I worked there that he would Thursday after his show he would fly to the Hamptons where he had his house. And he would stay there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then fly back. And I just thought that was so dope. I was like, man, that's just living life. He would stay with his family for the 5 days. I just thought that was amazing.
That is dope.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, this is just a rumor. Everybody could be wrong.
It
like
is.
like he might just he you never know. He might do a new deal, still do his 2 days a week, sell his catalog like he been doing, and kick his feet up still.
I ain't mad at him.
He's living a great life.
I agree. Totally.
All that from doing radio. Drop a bomb for Howard Stern.
Howard Stern won at life.
Yes.
A long time ago, by the way. He's already home. He's been home.
Mm-hmm. Well, in other news, speaking of shows and cancellations and conversations, there's another reported, remember we talked about Gayle King and Trump making a highlight of the fact that there's a report that her CBS Mornings career may be in murky waters. Well, TMZ got her out yesterday responding to Trump. It was brief, but let's take a listen to what she said.
Ms. King, what was your reaction to seeing what Trump said last night?
Well, I'm sorry he feels that way. But I'm just going to do it. I like my job, continue to do a good job. There's a long list of people. A long list. Look, I'm in a group now with Bruce Springsteen, Taylor Swift, Stephen Colbert. I'm sorry he feels that way.
Yeah, she's talking about the list of people that Trump takes his shots at.
I was waiting for Charlamagne.
Oh,
He just got to that list. though.
Gail named all the white people.
Oh.
Dang, she didn't see you. All them colors on your face, and she still didn't see you.
Oh my God, no, it's all my colors.
She didn't even, hey, by the way, she didn't even see her best friend Oprah or Beyonce or the vice president. So once again, she didn't see the black people.
Speaking of Beyonce,
you know, but you know what's crazy though? Hold on, the fact we are having conversations about media personalities potentially losing their jobs because they are vocal against Donald Trump lets y'all know that we are no longer in a democracy.
We're in trouble.
The fact that these conversations are even happening and people are normalizing these conversations lets you know that the authoritarian strategy that this administration has implemented is absolutely working.
We in trouble.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking about Beyonce in the next hour because speaking of personalities, Megyn Kelly has some things to say about Beyonce.
Crazy.
Yeah, and because we're going to get into it.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. All right, Charlamagne, who you giving that down to?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need a man named Peter Alt to come to the front of the congregation. We all have to learn to be patient with children, but he definitely does. We'll discuss.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard. Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Jess Hilarious, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, August 6th. It is Wednesday, August 6th, right? I'll be getting my dates wrong. Let me make sure.
It
yes,
is.
it is Wednesday, August 6th. But Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, August 6th goes to a Long Island police officer named Peter Alt. Peter Alt has been stripped of his duties, and rightfully so. Because I don't understand public servants who simply can't do right by the public. Okay, firefighters, police officers, when we call you for assistance, we want you to protect us and serve us. Now, firefighters, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your motto is always ready. And another one I saw is to be useful is our wish. Those are great mottos, but we need you to live up to those mottos always. And Peter Alt from the video I saw, you did not do that. Okay, see, there was a 10-year-old girl. And according to her grandmother, the grandmother's daughter, who I'm assuming was the child's mother, called the police on her after she had taken away the child's phone, which caused the kid to flip out, okay? Caused her to become emotionally distressed. Let's go to NBC4 New York for the report, please.
Well, we spoke with the grandmother of this 10-year-old. The grandma wasn't home at the time when this happened, but she said that her granddaughter was having an episode. She had become enraged because her mother had taken away her phone as punishment. The grandmother was completely stunned to watch this video to see how this first responder, now identified as a fire chief, treated her granddaughter. Expletives directed at a 10-year-old girl on a stretcher, recorded by a witness, alarmed by a first responder's language.
Shut your mouth.
That first responder identified as North Babylon Volunteer Fire Company Chief Peter Alt.
Maybe it was a blessing I wasn't there because I probably would have jumped all over this guy.
The girl's grandma wasn't home when this happened. She says her daughter called police for help when the girl became enraged and out of control. After viewing the video, the department says Alt has been relieved of his duties while they investigate, calling the conduct
I'm not judging, okay, but why would you ever call the police or firefighters because your 10-year-old is emotionally distressed? Trust me, I overstand having an emotionally distressed child. My 9-year-old can go from 0 to 100 over the smallest of things, okay? You're supposed to threaten them, all right, with the authorities, not actually call them, okay? Especially when you're in a public place and them kids get to carrying on. You got to say, hey, now, them people going to come get us if you don't stop all that hollering. Knowing damn well you or her don't know who them people is. My point is, if you have an emotionally distressed child, there are other ways to handle them than by calling authorities, okay? They got behavioral therapy for kids starting as early as 4 years old. I know those things cost money, but a lot of places have the sliding scale fees. You know, you can go to your local counseling centers. You can check with university health clinics. There's crisis hotlines you can call. I'm just saying. Calling the authorities on your 10-year-old emotionally distressed child is wild, okay? But nonetheless, the first responders pulled up, and after putting the girl on what looks like a stretcher, you heard one of the first responders, Peter Alt. He started talking to this young girl crazy. Can we hear some of that?
Shut your mouth.
The hell? Jesus Christ. He said, shut the F up. It's like this with you every effing week. And then the young girl goes, I don't want to go. I want to go back home. Man. Firefighters are there to put out fires, okay? As far as I know, they aren't there to be therapists or counselors, which is, you know, why I completely agree with mental health professionals, behavioral therapists being sent out with the police officers and firefighters to prevent things like this, okay? This is one of the things I was talking about on My View with Laura Trump the other day. That firefighter, Peter Alt, he sounded emotionally distressed. He sounded like he's got some other things going on in his life, and he's projecting whatever pain, whatever hurt he's feeling onto that little girl. Any of us with kids know you got to be present and you have to take a deep breath sometimes before you react, because these kids will try every bit of patience you got, okay? You know, and I know Peter Alt isn't some type of mental health professional, but you got to have some type of empathy, all right? You're an adult, and the kid is 10, okay? The girl's family called for help to calm the child down. I don't know why they would call y'all, but telling the kid to shut the F up, it's like this with you every effing week, that lets me know he knows this child or has had experiences with this child. If this child is having breakdowns every week, then she needs some form of behavioral therapy. Okay, I did one Google search and AI gave me several options for free or low-cost child therapy services, you know, in the Long Island area. You got the Nassau County Mental Health Services. You got Suffolk County Mental Health Services, community mental health centers. By the way, she's 10. Where the school counselors at? Where the school psychologists? Okay, I know it's summertime, but damn. All right, listen, man, the moral of the story is let's be patient with kids, okay? It's tough, I know, but we are adults. They are kids. Try to find out a reason for the child's behavior, okay? If your child is acting out, if a child is acting out, it's probably because they're going through something. Get them some professional help, okay? Peter Alt, you're a volunteer firefighter. You clearly not built for this, because I'm listening to you talk to this young girl, and I'm realizing you need professional help your damn self. Please give Peter Alt the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
All right.
Also, Also, why the other adults letting him talk like that?
Yeah,
somebody
like,
should have told him shut the F up. Somebody should have told him shut the F up for telling the little girl shut the F up.
And what do you mean?
Like,
they do this for her every week. Like it's the same thing with you every week. What they mean? What do you mean?
Exactly. Because I'm looking at the video. There's plenty of adults there.
Right.
Why nobody else grown ain't tell him to shut the hell up? This girl is only 10.
Like,
relax.
For somebody who don't know the story, they would think that's her father or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that sounds like a parent talking to their child a little bit. You know what I mean? But the fact that he's not even her parent or related to her or anything, it's just weird. It's like he don't even care about what she's going through.
That's right.
Stupid.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, Charlamagne.
Yes, indeed.
Oh. All right, so look. The topic, right? Because we've been fishing for a topic, but I think the topic should be what is one of the craziest things you've done to flex, right? Because there was a video that just hit Shade Room, right? Of
Shady
somebody.
Species.
Yeah, Shady
Ain't nothing
Species
shady
is
but the
name
man
of
in this
segment.
room.
Right. Somebody tried to act like they was going outside to get their dogs, but showing their house. Never showed the dogs. It was only a landscape of the house.
He got to the dogs eventually. The dogs were in their own house, basically.
The dogs was in their 2 little apartments, but the dogs didn't even care.
We got audio of DJ Envy. This is the man that we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Who hit the Shade Room recently.
I didn't even
Let's
want to
take
put
a
it out
listen.
there that it was Envy, but it was definitely Envy.
Everybody want a dog until it's this type of weather. Like, this is ridiculous. There should be no reason where nobody in this house wants to help me. Everybody wants a dog until this right here happens. Right? Nobody. Look at this. It's ridiculous out here. Yes, I'm getting soaked. I could get an umbrella, but the thing about an umbrella is I gotta carry both of these dogs, which makes no goddamn sense. So like I said, I'm coming. Everybody wants a dog. Matter of fact, let's stay here for a second. Well, no, he ran out.
Let me describe what happened. And so
that sounds like a porno.
No, basically,
everybody want a dog, but I'm coming.
Everybody wants to live in a castle until you got the responsibility of all these bills and all of that.
My friend was like, "What part of Jersey he live in, Lauren? It don't look like that where you live." I said, "I don't have DJ Envy money."
That's different.
Yeah.
So basically, he was acting like he was walking his dogs, but he was showing.
No, he was acting like he was trying to go save the dogs from the rain, which dogs love. By the way, because they ran around, they thought it was a game of catch and go, right? So he was trying to show everybody that. Basically, that he lived in a castle, but he tried to make it seem like he was going out there to get the dogs because nobody would help him bring the dogs back in the house.
That's not true. If you follow me on my TikTok, I put my, I bought 2 puppies and I showed my interaction with these puppies and raising these puppies and training these puppies, and my kids wanted puppies. And what I was saying in that video is everybody likes the puppies until the weather gets disgusting and I got to do it on my own. That's what I was saying with the dogs. And same thing on a TikTok. I promote my car show and bust down how it is to do a car show and planning a car show, which is August 16th, which is next week.
And when you do them car show videos, baby, you switch cars per video, per day.
Listen.
The video matched the car the other day. You saw the 10. You saw that video, right? With flexing. The 10 and the 10 car behind.
Just flexing.
Envy got cars per outfit.
Like
that was ivory. That was an ivory color.
But the crazy thing is, if you were so focused on the dogs, why the camera wasn't turned around? The dogs were on the grass, Envy. It was selfie.
What is the
style.
question that you guys want to ask?
What's the craziest way you've ever flexed? The craziest thing you've done to flex?
I wasn't flexing. I
flex.
was showing, 800.
I'm talking about Flex Washington,
1051.
Worse than a homie to pull out the money when the girls come around. Like, you pull out the house.
I'm not talking to y'all. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, phone lines are wide open, 800-585-1051. This morning, they have been calling me Flex Washington, Flexington, and a host of others. And why is this, Jess?
Because you made a video the other day that hit the Shade Room that made it seem like you was trying to go save your dogs from the rain. I don't know who the hell think dogs got to be saved from the rain, but you had the video selfie style right, to show the big castle that you live in the back instead of showing the dogs. The objective was to show you rescuing the dogs from the rain.
You finally got them from their 1-bedroom apartment in your backyard.
I'm talking about you wanted to
training the dogs.
You wanted us to even see how big the cages were. He stood in the cage, and DJ Envy is not sure.
I put that cage together. I got it from Tractor Supply, by the way.
I didn't even think about that. You were standing in the cage.
In there.
How much were those cages?
I put them together myself from Tractor Supply. And I was showing the process. I've talked about these 2 puppies that my kids and family wanted. We got these dogs, and now nobody helps me with these dogs. I have to do it every day and train these dogs myself.
Those are some big puppies.
They were born on March 9th.
Imagine a plane flying over that house and seeing you in that cage and thinking to themselves, oh my God, they got Dominicans in cages in New Jersey.
It was big. Did you see the cage, Charlamagne?
Crazy.
Cages are not that big.
I didn't see the cage. I saw him running in the backyard though.
Man,
yeah, but it's what I did to show people that when your kids say they want dogs, just know that it's all on you.
Your multitask is on another level.
We
once
work
you
at
hit
the
that
Breakfast Club. You could have came in here and got it off your chest about that. You did not have to make a selfie style video to show your house in the back.
Never dropped the phone.
It wasn't for that. It was for my TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, I explain some of the things that I do. Just show fun. Just being fun and doing certain things. That's
your phone is waterproof?
What's the craziest
Your phone waterproof?
Is my phone waterproof? Is your phone waterproof?
I don't know, but I'm asking you. You was pouring down raining.
Yes, it works in water. Yes, it does.
Tax bracket.
What's the craziest way y'all ever flexed? Craziest thing
what
you
about
did
you,
to
Jess?
flex? I don't do that.
Jax,
But
every
what I
time
could
you talk about your crib, you say, she never say her house,
Yes.
my estate.
Because it's not
my
just a
estate.
house.
Yeah.
And then when I'm not in the penthouse in Jersey City, I'm in my estate. So don't start that.
And then look, she was talking to me about her daughter's first birthday, and it was very casual. She was like, so okay, this is my house, and I'll put this here, this there. I'm like, it's an aerial shot of a huge plot of land. I was like, okay, Jess, all right.
But I'm not gonna fake save no dogs to show that.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm not gonna do it.
What about you, Lauren?
I don't flex.
You flex your hair.
Hair is just a
Would
flex.
you-
Anyway.
Like what?
Damn it, man. All right, let's go.
Lauren's hair ain't nothing flex about Lauren's hair. That hair is stiff.
Shout out to Hair
Hold
by
on.
LJ,
That
baby.
hair is stiff.
This right here.
Listen, that hair is stiff. You hear me?
Don't do me. This
Ain't
is a good
nothing
2 racks right
flexible
here.
about Lauren's hair. Lauren hair don't flex.
Hair by LJ, this don't come cheap. This is virgin.
No,
this is a good
LJ
2
got it
racks.
right.
Don't play with me, okay?
LJ got
The
it
install
right.
is installing.
Hello, good morning. Who's this?
Yo, what's up? This is Jay the Cable Guy.
Good morning, Jay Cable Guy.
What's going on?
Not much. What's the craziest thing you did to flex?
So check this out, right? This is back in my heyday. I'd say about 2000. I was really jocking this girl, trying to get her to go out. She finally accepted it. We went on a date, right? So I'm really trying to flex. I checked my bank account on speakerphone in front of her. Just to watch her reaction. And I think around that time, it was about, 104,000.
Woo! In 2000, okay.
You wanted her to hear that?
This was my contracting days, with the 1099, you was running taxes and all that. It's all legit now, but
right.
That was the craziest thing I did to flex.
What did she say when you did that?
Yeah, what was her reaction?
Oh, the attitude changed. The attitude went straight from, Willis Siddiqui to.
Compliant.
So, is this something serious with us? Is this?
Right.
Do you see yourself going forward with this? And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
What did you
2 days
hit,
later,
though, bro? Did you hit?
Look, I'm not gonna kiss and tell.
Bro, in 2000, it was 25 years ago.
It did work out.
Okay, you smashed.
You
All
probably
right.
married her. You probably married to her to this day. That's why.
No, hell no.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Yo, you know the vibes is Mellow. How you doing?
Mello, what's up? What's the craziest thing you ever did to flex like your boy Envy?
Oh, I'm not even going. First off, can we drop one of Cool's bombs for Envy for flexing so hard? That was fake fire.
You saw the video? You saw the video?
That wasn't fake.
That was fake fire.
That wasn't even
That was fake fire.
It's alright though, take it. But I'm not gonna hold you. Back in the days, in my younger days, I was on some Drake. I was on some Drake time and some, Nokia. I was like, yo, you want shots for the girls and order some. And you know what I mean? I shouldn't have did that. And I had to pretty much keep ordering shots until my direct deposit hit.
Ooh, damn.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the wildest thing I've ever done because I was sitting there for an additional hour and a half, bro. I did not have.
What you would have did if the deposit was like late or like your bank? You know what I mean? Sometimes it'd be off. Like what you would have done?
I'm not even going to hold you. We was in a karaoke bar and I could sing. I would have distracted them.
Period.
Goodbye, Mello.
Like, word. I would have, you know what I mean? They call me Trey Wrongs in the hood. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't want to like, stop playing with me.
Hey, yo.
Goodbye, Mello. I'm being bullied today by Jess and Lauren. I was minding my business the other day, talking to my TikTok
No,
family.
you weren't.
About
You posted a public video that's up for criticism.
Oh, yep.
Don't act like
I
you
was
ain't know.
talking about my dogs that I'm raising. I got them as puppies. They were born on March 9th. And I was showing, everybody out there, your kids want dog, your wife want a dog. And then when it's time to raise these dogs, or it rains or the weather's nice, nobody wants to help. And I was showing me running to get the dogs from outside, bringing them inside.
Right.
And Jess said I was flexing, but I wasn't flexing.
Because the dogs was having the time of their life, honey. They was not trying to be rescued. They wasn't at the door clawing and scraping and scratching daddy, trying to get in or nothing. They were literally out there living their lives. And this man, selfie style, recorded a video to show the castle that he and his family lives in.
That is not true. I was just showing me raising my dog. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jay, man, from the 757.
What's up, James? What's the craziest thing you've done to flex?
So listen, it won't me that be doing the flexing. I'm married and I got a wife, but I play a role for my homeboys to help them flex in front of the shorties that they trying to pull. So what we do is whenever they get around some girls, they'll text me and be like, bro, just call me real quick and ask to borrow like $3,000. They'll put me on speakerphone. So I call them. Like, yo, man, I'm messed up right now, dog. I need probably like 3 bands from you. Can you cash app it to me real quick? And they in front of the shorties while they doing it. So as soon as the girl said, I know it ain't right. And these is probably not the girls they need to be with. But for some reason, whenever those girls hear me ask for that bread to borrow, like it's a green light for my homeboys every time.
No shade, but for $3K, they going? Like that's
300,000. Hello, who's this?
I thought you said 3,000.
Hey, good morning, DJ.
I thought he said 3,000. He ain't say no 300.
No, he said 3,000. No, he said 3,000. 3,000.
Okay.
You can't even cash app no 300,000. What's like cash app me 300,000?
I ain't even know. I thought he said 300.
2,000. I need to figure.
What's the craziest thing you did to flex, bro?
Good morning. Well, first of all, I watched that video by DJ MV2 and I was looking for the dogs, and maybe it was unintentional, but I did see a lot of landscape.
Exactly.
You saw the football field that he lives on?
I was running, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I was running, sir, down the stairs to get the dogs.
I was like, where's the dogs? Where's the dogs?
Mm-hmm.
For me, my biggest flex was, I'm unintentional as well. I gained so much weight, and then I joined this program called Elite Technique and lost over 110. Then I made their page, and then low-key went one time fame viral for a second, and that was a big flex for me.
I respect that though. See, that's a real flex though. Losing 100 pounds and getting in shape.
Yeah.
That's a dope flex. That's a good flex.
That is.
Yeah.
That's not crazy. That's actually admirable. That's great.
Yeah. Flex I didn't know it was going to be.
That's actually, by the way, that's actually real inspiration. You know how you see, like Meek Mill used to always post stuff and be like, this is for inspirational purposes only. Mm-hmm. That material stuff ain't inspiring nobody. Inspire somebody to rob you. But you show somebody.
I disagree.
When I be seeing MV lean, I be like, that's fire. It be like, okay, wow, all of this off of something he loved to do.
I do think it's inspiration. I think when somebody comes from like a place where Meek Mill comes and he works and he does it the right way and he shows the things that he was able to purchase and buy, whether it's a home, whether it's a car or a home for his mom or whatever it may be, is inspiration. Like me growing up.
So you don't think that? Yeah, you don't think. Hold on. You don't think that inspires nobody to be like, yeah, we gonna rob him when we see him?
Straight up.
I mean, everybody's. Some people are haters. People are haters. Yeah, absolutely. But he didn't do it for the haters. He did it for the kids that said, you know what, I can get out of the hood and do it the right way, just like me. Just like I talk about Clue all the time. Clue was my inspiration to show that he was able to get out of Queens the right way and do it, and he was able to show me a different life of DJing. So for me,
I get it, but to act like,
but the haters,
I get it, but to act like, but to act like you're not exciting the wolves too is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna excite the wolves regardless of whatever you do. You know what I mean? But I will say that people like Meek Mill, people like Hove growing up, people like Clue for myself. Like they were inspirations because you've seen where they came from, how they did it the right way, and they were able to obtain the things that they wanted. That is inspiration.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, but we also have to be honest and say that showing off on social media does make you a target as well.
It does.
And a lot of y'all be getting robbed for stuff you don't even own.
Yeah,
that is true too. But but it is inspiration, and there are haters regardless where you do. But there's a lot of people out there with kids that even we've inspired a lot of people to do things that You know, for myself, I know I inspired a bunch of people to DJ. I know you guys inspired a bunch of people. I'm sure you inspired a bunch of people from South Carolina where you're home and be like, damn, he came from the same place that I'm from.
Now, when you posted that video with your wife, Charlamagne, with
you owning crystals.
Crystals.
Like, it showed.
That made it to my chat, and somebody was like, yo, Charlamagne got bread. Like, just because people see, but it's inspiring.
I do not. Whoa, stop.
All right, then I'm on with the line. Stop with the line.
I'm just saying, people see you investing in these businesses. It does inspire them.
It's all inspiration.
You might not stand in front of a car that matches your shirt.
It's all inspiration.
But
and by the way, that's stupid.
But listen,
that's dope.
Envy from Queens, though, you know they be matching head to toe. Him, Clue, all of them.
But you know what? So it's good for some people inspired to be like these people, and some people do inspire to rob these people. Because I'm telling you, Jerome, it was a house that my baby father, it was a house I was living in a couple years ago, and Rome asked me, can he come stay tonight? And y'all know we ain't on that type of time. So I was like, all right, yeah, cool. He probably got put out one of his girls' houses. So I was like, all right, cool. He come over there, and the next morning, I wake up, he is doing a selfie video, just like Envy was in the backyard.
Chasing dogs?
And he wasn't chasing no dogs.
Oh.
He was chasing Poon, and he was like, yeah, I'm just in my new spot and all that. And then I come out my bedroom, like, yo, and he like, shh, quiet, yo, I'm on the phone with it. And then act like he was living in this house, this big house that he had just moved in to get this girl.
Did he get the girl?
No, he didn't get the damn girl.
Oh, sorry.
But I'm like, yo, why? But that's not the first time he did that. He done flexed with a lot of my stuff and my cars and my houses. That's why I said Rome. He went from being my baby father to my little brother, and people don't get it.
But sometimes inspiration means the most. Like everybody has seen Loren start working here with the horrible looking wigs, and if they see it grow
then she evolved.
It escalated.
You mad because your shirt matched your car? It's okay because they also seen you grow over there with them arms as well. You went from
they were saying that
you know what I mean? It's giving. It was from study.
He's at the gym now. So
I'm going to gym today.
Yeah, I don't encourage flexing. Okay, flexing is not my thing. Yeah, I just think it excites the wolves too much.
Yeah, anybody gets excited, they'll try to run.
Just makes you a target.
Yeah.
Stay safe, Envy. Stay out the rain. You know.
And get your license, yeah.
And please don't get robbed for stuff you don't own. That's a form of mental illness to me. If you walking down the street and you see somebody's phantom and you take a picture in front of it and you know, you find somebody's money, or fake money, and you hold it in your hand, don't get robbed for stuff you don't even own. That's ridiculous.
All right.
No, you're right. But let the dogs run wild and free, Envy. We don't need another video like that.
I'm going to show you another video. I want to show you the video this morning when they ran for me this morning. But we have the latest with Loren?
We do. Speaking of stuff that you own, what's yours, what's not. Megyn Kelly is talking about Beyonce's body, whether it's hers or not. And we're going to get on into the things.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, y'all. So there's been a conversation online that Megyn Kelly, who is, what do I call her? Broadcaster, personality?
Somebody.
Yes, that she started.
Just a person.
So Beyonce posted a Levi's ad that she did recently this week, and she's in all denim, of course, because it's Levi's. And there's been a huge conversation around Sydney Sweeney, and who's an actor, producer, who did an ad for American Eagle. Now, when Sydney Sweeney did the ad, the text on the ad or the theme of the ad was Sydney Sweeney has good genes, Jeans. But people, people took it the wrong way. Not the wrong way, I guess the right way, depending on how, I don't know. People were upset because they were saying that this is racially charged, because what are good genes? Like, you get it because she's white.
Yeah. Well, it was first of all, I think the backlash was ridiculous, but it was the commentary around the video as well. Because if you listen to the commentary, it says something about her eyes, and then it says
blonde hair, blue eyes,
or something like that.
Yes. Now, I will say American Eagle came out when all the backlash was happening, and they said Sydney Sweeney has great genes. It is and always about the genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their American Eagle jeans with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone, right? So they're like, listen, y'all are reaching at nothing. We weren't trying to be racial at all, whatever the case may be. But anyway, so Megyn Kelly gets online because Beyonce posts her photo in her good jeans. And Megyn Kelly says, this is opposite of Sydney Sweeney's ad. Quite clearly, there is nothing neutral about Beyonce. Everything from her image to her fame to her success to her look below is bought and paid for. Screams artificial, fake, enhanced, trying too hard.
Who said that?
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly. A clown.
Yeah, former anchor. Wasn't she on Fox News at one point? What was her show?
I don't know.
Charlamagne. Okay, anyway, yes, Megyn Kelly. So that's...
Yes, she was. She was on Fox News back in the day.
Yeah, that started
NBC.
That started the conversation because people were like, first of all, who are you to talk about anybody's body? Secondly, now people are comparing the two ads, Sydney Sweeney and Beyonce, just because they're saying if Sydney Sweeney could have this ad and do these things, and y'all want to say it's not about anything but her looks and how great she's doing for the brand because allegedly the stock went up. American Eagle stock went up once Sydney Sweeney's ad dropped. Why can't Beyonce do her Levi's and Megyn Kelly stay out of her business?
Exactly. And Megyn Kelly would never be up for an ad. Never, with that chiseled goddamn face. Don't play. Don't do that.
Yeah, and Lizzo entered the chat as well, but this was before the Beyonce back and forth. This was when Sydney Sweeney first posted it. Lizzo posted herself in Levi. And she said, she said if the Democrats won the election, because it's turned into like Democrats versus Republican, because there was a story that came out where they went and found Sydney Sweeney's voting history, and allegedly she was listed as a Republican voter and all the things. But Lizzo was being funny, and it was funny.
I know Sydney Sweeney is probably like, yo, I didn't even do nothing.
All I did was just post a picture.
Take a picture. Just I got a great opportunity to do an ad for American Eagle, and this is what y'all got from it.
Yeah,
literally.
People are too woke.
I can't wait until people find out how much of this is really just social engineering. You know what I mean? Because you know who wins in all of this? American Eagle and Levi's. I would do the same thing if I did an ad. If you put an ad out and your ad don't get some type of reaction, and honestly, backlash is probably the best thing nowadays. It probably wasn't a good ad. If you put an ad out and don't nobody respond to it in no way, shape, or form, it's probably not a good ad. Because when the last time an ad came out, and I want y'all to think about this because maybe y'all can help me. When the last time an ad came out and people just was simply like, man, that was a dope ad. That was great. That ad was fantastic. When does that happen? Super Bowl time? That's probably the only time.
Super Bowl time. Yeah, I would say Super Bowl time.
Not this Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl ads used to be so good. Now they not. They're trash now. So. Yeah. You know, I don't remember
see what
last
I'm
time
saying?
I saw a good ad. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well,
so if there's not backlash and fake outrage around your ad, it's probably not a good ad.
The last time I seen a good ad was when Chance the Rapper did the Doritos ad during the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Yeah,
like years ago, not a couple years ago.
Yeah,
but it was lit. He was rapping his ass off about them Doritos.
Well, speaking of ads, the VMAs are going to go down on September 7th, and they announced some of the nominations. Beyonce is actually up with Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift. They are up for Artist of the Year.
Period.
Lady Gaga's leading with 12 nominations, 11 nominations Bruno Mars, 10 nominations Kendrick Lamar, including Video of the Year for Not Like Us. But we're talking music and news. I saw this clip. This is like a crazy segue, but it's music. Okay. Y'all saw the video of Lotto. This kind of is an ad for the jewelry store.
Okay, what's that?
Lotto was in a jewelry store and they asked her a question. I want you guys to listen to the question, see if you can answer it.
This is funny. Okay.
The 45th president of USA and the 47th president of USA, they both have the same parents. How is that possible?
They both got the same parents. The 45th president of the USA and the 47th president got the same parents?
Yes, it's a mystery.
They got the same parents because God made us all. And we all got the same parents. Because we're not on the 47th president yet. That's why.
It is. You want to know the answer? So the 45th president was Donald Trump. And the 47th president is also Donald Trump.
Too bad. I ain't gonna hold you. She probably didn't understand because I didn't understand what he was saying. It's like when you call one of the...
Okay, Jess.
All right, Jess. No. Man, please. When you call customer service and you get somebody you don't understand, you be like, yo, can I speak to you, man? Can I speak to somebody else? She probably didn't understand what he was talking about. I ain't gonna hold you. And,
not Lotto was screaming representative.
Representative at the top of your lungs.
We're all God's children.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's always okay to say, I don't know. I don't know is a perfectly, either one is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Can you get somebody else to repeat the question?
You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
All right. That is the latest with Lauren. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome. If you want to see ads or the VMAs, tune in September 7th. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be shot here in New York.
If you want to see ads,
Man, Lauren
I know
is
that's
crazy.
right, Lauren.
Jesus Christ.
Put a button on it, you know.
Lauren be all over the place and then come back to something and then jump back to something again, then come back.
We
to
put a
something.
button on it. That was a summary. Let me rock out, little man.
Period.
All right. The People's Choice mixes up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got to salute Wendell Pierce for joining us. You know him from The Wire. You know him from Suits and a host of different movies and Broadway and so many different things.
Yeah, salute to Wendell Pierce, man. Fantastic conversation. I suggest that y'all go to YouTube and watch the whole thing. A lot of wisdom was dropped. You know, not just, for him being an actor, but just him being a man. Like, he's lived a life.
Now, reminding you guys this weekend, I'm actually in Houston. Salute to the H-Town. Charlamagne, you gave Donkey of the Day to a lady. You said she was from Houston, but she was in Florida. Somebody kept hitting me and was like, "She's not from Houston. She's not from Houston. She's from Florida. We don't claim her." So I don't know if she's from Houston or Florida.
She lives in Houston.
Oh, she lives in Houston. Okay, because they were all up and down.
She said she was going home.
My chat. Okay, well, yeah. So salute to H-Town. I'll see you guys this weekend. I'm gonna be at the Jungle and then Curb Me in Chapman. So I can't wait. I love H-Town. I have a great time every time I'm in H-Town. And where you at next week?
And it's a lot of good food in H-Town, so eat good out there. Man, next week, I am off this weekend, but next week I'll be at Salsa Con Fuego. I got to say it right. Salsa Con Fuego in Bronx, y'all, with Rob Stapleton. That's my guy. We got 2 shows so far, Tuesday on the 12th and then Wednesday on the 13th. Get your tickets at salsaconfuego.com. Bronx, I'm coming. I'm calling all the boroughs. I know a lot of people, they be trying to act like they be fronting on the Bronx, like they don't want to come. But when I come to the borough, be in there. So make sure you get them tickets. I love y'all. Can't wait to see y'all next week. That's Tuesday and Wednesday at Salsa Con Fuego. We got 2 shows so far, but hopefully it can be 2 per night. Love y'all. See you Bronx next week.
All right. Now, Lauren, you got something this week?
Yes, I'm going to be in Atlanta for the podcast summit. So August 7th and 8th. I'm speaking on August 8th. We'll be talking about the latest with Loren LoRosa, the podcast, and the journey thus far, and all the things. You can visit the podcast summit website and their Instagram for tickets. Come and join me. It's a fireside chat. We're going to have a good time.
You got your outfit already?
I do.
Hair about to be on fleek.
And period.
Yeah.
And I can't wait, Charlamagne, for people be looking for my outfits now because you talk so much about them.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
Oh, it's a good thing because Fashion Week is coming in and the deposits is already hitting.
Period.
Yeah. Keep running it up. Why you ain't post that picture yesterday? I needed that one.
The fact that you don't realize how stupid you look is hilarious. But keep running
I say
it
that
up.
about you every day when you here with your feet swinging off this chair.
No, but keep running it up.
Every day when you in here with your feet swinging.
No, listen, Lauren. Listen, Lauren. I don't ever want you to stop. The joy it brings me.
Oh my God!
Keep going, Lauren. Lauren, keep going. All right.
Don't worry, I got you. We gonna take it to the moon and the stars.
Period. Right. Don't play with her.
Power 105.
That means that she gonna wear an astronaut suit next. That mean Lauren gonna come in here with a full NASA suit, swearing she killing it with some heels.
With some heels, some tires, a mule.
He's an idiot.
Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yes, but I want to tell everybody, man, everybody in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, my hometown, this Saturday, I'm doing my 10th annual back to school drive and fish fry. You know, we give away the free backpacks and the school supplies. And I got the Jamaican food truck pulling up and I got the ice cream truck and my dad's going to be out there frying fish and shrimp. And it's all free. Okay, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. this Saturday at the Berkeley High School bus loop in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. So I will see y'all this Saturday in Moncks Corner for my 10th annual back to school drive and fish fry. Okay, and everything's free. Y'all know that already, but I'll see y'all this Saturday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, the positive note is simply this. If you care about people's approval, you will always be their prisoner.
You literally said this yesterday. You just said this.
No, I didn't.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?